the thing about books is that they join people together.
Books are the stories that we tell ourselves when we're not looking.
Because it's grown so much, and it's open to anybody who reads my April book, which this April is going to be called Someone Knows. This is a story about 4 teenagers who get together, and they're drinking a little, and one night they just pull a prank, and it is a really bad prank, and it goes horribly, tragically wrong. And for the next 20 years, they get away with it, but do they? They're haunted by what happened. They don't get punished by the law, so they punish themselves. And I really think of it as, frankly, I think for me, it's really next level because it's a domestic story, but it's asking questions about justice and crime and punishment and family and ultimately love. It's called Someone Knows.
Hi, Francesca. Read and feed.
I forget half those titles.
Open our minds.
Seattle, Baltimore Book Club.
Library lunch from Rochester, New York.
The Small But Mighty Book Club.
Laughing and Loving Lisa Book Club.
I can't wait to have you.
And I think it's our 13th, so our lucky 13th.
That's not a book club, that's a party. We're from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. We're nameless, Minnesota.
Here's the rules. Have a lot of fun. Eat a lot of food. At 1 o'clock we'll do a show and entertain you.
White.
Sisters Literary Circle.
Pelican Point Book Club from Delaware, Delaware.
This is our annual book club party.
Also the United Kingdom. Also Wisconsin. Thank you for making the trip. Michigan. We have 600 people on Saturday and 600 more on Sunday.
So stylish.
And now it has just completely blossomed into being a book-a-palooza.
When you see someone who is a reader reading you, it's so gratifying because you imagine that person when you're writing it. But seeing them is something completely different. Thanks for reading us. We really, really appreciate it.
At some point, someone will always just say, like, you know, don't you think it's weird that you have all these people at your house? And are you afraid about your privacy? And I'm like, first off, I think privacy is highly overrated. If you're going to write something really worth reading, you have to lay open your frigging soul. That's a literary term. So try to follow along. You have to write about something that is really deeply true. If I can put that on a page, it doesn't matter to me if you come and see what my couch looks like, because there's nothing that matters less. The books are what matter.
I love the connection with readers. I mean, for me, that's primary. That's my primary goal and motivation as a writer.
You know, they say that you really don't know somebody until you go on a vacation with them, right? But you didn't think that meant like your blood relative, but it does. There was the last day in Scarsdale, and the next day we were going to do the big Grand Canyon trip. And like you had hired a guide and everything. We were supposed to like go in hiking into the canyon, like down into the canyon. So I like sat her down, like, we're gonna have a very special talk. You know, and I was like, Mom, like, I'm like a little worried about you for tomorrow. Like, I think you need to mentally prep that this Grand Canyon tomorrow is gonna be like really grand, like, really canyony. It's gonna be very big and kind of scary, and I think you might have a hard time with the heights. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, what do you want to do? And she goes, do you remember what you said?
I said, I'm not worried about it because we'll just avoid the high parts.
So I'm like terrified about what is in store for us. But the next day we get to like one of those little like lookout areas, and we're all gonna get out. And you were like, oh no, I'll just stay in the car. I was like, Mom, I can't leave you in the car like a dog. Okay, like it's hot. You need to at least get out of the vehicle. And I'm trying to coach her. I was like, Mom, do you want me to stay with you? What are we like? What's going on? What are we doing? Like they're gonna go hiking down into it. And she goes, no, you go with the guide. That's why I hired him. But you know, it was like then it dawned on me that all of these things that she had planned on the trip that made no sense for her were all for me to have a good time, right?
How great am I?
I mean, my mother's my biggest inspiration, and I think I was very lucky that I was born to a beginning author and not a best-selling one, because I got to see her build her career brick by brick, and I saw the joy and love that she got from this profession and from the connection that she could develop with readers, and I thought, gosh, I want to be a part of that too.
The first 5 minutes of any book club are about the book. Right? Okay, then what happens 15 minutes in is the talk is about my husband, my dog, my cholesterol, my aunt, and what happens every time is somebody will look up and say, oh, we're so sorry, because we're women and we apologize constantly. Oh, we're so sorry, we're supposed to be talking about your book. And what I realized in one moment, one time, is I said to her something that I think is true, which is, you are talking about my book. If you, whatever book you read in book club, and I know there's all, there can be civil wars in book clubs. We hate this one, we love this one. What part you like about a certain book, what part you hate about a book, what book speaks to you, what authors speak to you, what doesn't. When you start to share that, you end up inevitably talking about yourself.
You're a California girl.
Yes.
You say it's nice, but really it's much, much nicer for us that you took the time, that you got all dressed up, that you came. We will do anything to say thank you. So thank you.
I'm excited to say that I think this time next year we'll be able to order my novel, Ghosts of Harvard. And I've been working on this book for more than 8 years. It's been such a labor of love and something that I grew up writing and feeling confident enough to get to share with everyone. And I've just been working to make sure that it's just perfect to share with readers. And I can't wait to finally be at that finish line.